Yo, what's up? Mm-hmm. Hmm? Oh, we got the pet. Because I watched me for 4 hours. Yay, me. All right, what do we want here? We got veteran 2, which for some reason I think, yeah. Spells and abilities have a high chance to hype you up, grading 318 haste. Yeah. Veteran 4, that has a socket. It's haste and crit, though. However, okay. We'll take some hands. Of course, that also means that I have to enchant that, doesn't it? Huh. Your storm element, lightning bolt, chain lightning, and lava burst, deal 30% increased damage. Okay. I need to figure out what that is. What do you do? Currency for. Full arm, armor. Okay. Alright. What we got going on? What's the thing? Give me the calendar. Hello? Time walking has ended. Gravity lapse ends. Comp stomp. Volunteer guard day. What in the flipperty gibbet is volunteer guard day? Oh, hey, we did have one. Yeah. Hmm? Aha. So I already had them. Let's see. I don't know why I bother. I mean, I can't do that right now. Other than it's a thing. No. Nope. Mm-mm. Now that I can do. And not giving up all of those mats just for that. Not gonna do it. Nope. And there's storm just there. That's good. That's none. I should have checked that beforehand. Okay, no, I'm not doing that. We got thread, ribbon. Okay, those are fine. Rubber reef, bolts. Yeah, I can craft that. I can give 3 of those up. I have 229 of them, right? Other than that, definitely not. No ribbons. I don't have enough cloth to do it anyway, and I'm not going to give you the cool cloth to start with. Not going to happen. That's more stone dust. I was gonna be surprised if there wasn't an actual thing here. 3? Bro. Can I just do one and call it good? Alright. Do the rep. Okay. There is no time walking, so there's no point checking this because we're not doing battlegrounds. Actually, I would be more inclined to do battlegrounds than I would just arenas. But chicken butt. A thorn. Cripple's rest. Fungal folly. Okay, none of them. Don't call it battle. No. 2 minutes. I can go back over there. Valor stones, valor stones, valor stones. That's worth it for the disenchant. Uh-huh. Riddle me this, Batman.
It is our duty to preserve what we can.
Job done.
Your efforts have brought us one
Yay.
step closer to
Oops,
securing
let's
Resto
control.
and WorldofWarcraft's legacy.
I need more green items. Crap. Below. Who's that? Have I killed that yet? Why do I feel like I've killed this? Although, say that. What is this? Ooh. It's a feast weapon. It's actually not a bad looking weapon, honestly. That I've already collected. It's kind of cool. It's not going to save it, but it's kind of cool. Alright, let's get the heck out of here before it respawns and I have to fight it again. Whee! Oh, yeah. Yo, what's up, dude? Senor Magic. How's you? I found something in the vault. Let's put it that way. It wasn't a great vault, but we did go from veteran to champion, so yeah. I found hands. Good, good. Did you finish the CNC project though? Well, yeah, when you go from veteran to, you know, champion, why not? I could complain, but nobody would care. Tell me I finished it. Tell me I did the thing. Oop, don't do that. Do that. All right. Senior Magic, what do I want to do tonight? Don't want to level. Don't want to play World of Warcraft at all. Shit. You got the node server feeding line by line. It did forward. Yay? But did not spin. Bitch. We can tell I'm focused on fishing. A 3 cast and I haven't caught anything. God, why? I don't want that. Throw it back. We can do that. If you want to do that, we can do that. You can lead? All right. Even better. I did. I did switch to a healing spec on Saturday or Sunday. What day did I stream? I did switch the other shaman to Resto. And that was it. I walked around and punched some stuff in the face. And I set up like maybe a couple spells. Royal Ripple. Ooh. And wax. Look, we got wax. Wax on, wax off. No. No. You know, I'm sure somebody's heard me bitch about this before, but I really think that they should kind of give you some indicator as to what you're in for, as opposed to just, surprise, you're dead. World quest, he says. As if I'm actually world questing. I'm just wandering around. Okay. I got my ears right over here. However, I say that. Nope, wait. Nope. You know, not for nothing. But broadcast stream mix. Oh. No. Okay, never mind. The Steel Series microphone headphone thing that I just had up that nobody saw but me. Sonar, that's what it is. It's nice that you can, you know, have all the virtual audio channels and switch all the stuff. However, for some reason when it updates, it wants to blow all your settings up. It's like, oh, nope, we don't have anything set for like your headphones or your mic. Why? All right, I need to find this quartermaster. Oh, she's all the way over there. Flipperty gibbet. Beware of the shadows. Alright, so when does this whole thing kick off? Studio echoes, stealths. Yeah, that's good. Toxins and pheromones. Pheromones, you say? Is that like the hormonies? Wait. Bro. I just had my big fat Greek wedding flashback. I should turn around for that blood in the water. However. And that one. Wow, there's two. It ain't much gold, but it's gold, right? I was going to buy another warband slot. That's what I was going to do with the cells. From the last one. Oops. My bad. I was. Oh no, it's dark. We're gonna die. Oh no, there's just clouds. Okay. Shoo. Not bad. Do you already have some? Do not. Perhaps I should make some. Increase my critical strike and haste. Yeah. What is this? Huh? Don't really care. I do need to go to the City of the Reds to get that, though. Thought I had that. Or do I just have the Whisper? It's Bracer Enchantment. Yeah, okay, so it's the Whisper. Alright. Cool. 34 minutes before that thing kicks off? Oh, snarkies. Come for your daughter, Chuck. You're welcome. No need to thank me. See you later. Bye. Ooh, what do we got here? Ooh. Oops. Shush. Quiet, you. Yeah, there you go. Light him up. Me and all my friends come kick your ass. And they weren't even my friends. Ha ha ha. Shush. I still think 5-minute cooldown on the Earth Elemental is a bit much. Oh yeah. Oh boy. What is this? No, I don't want the field elixir. I definitely don't want to fly into those though. That would suck. Okay, so I don't need to worry about the smaller blue circles because that's the elixir stuff. All right, we're good. We Gucci. Whee! I will sing your praises. He actually did say that. Oh, hello, priestess. Say hello to my little friend. Hello, Druid. How are you? It's a good thing they reset fairly quick, I guess. Look. Cow. Listen, Linda. Loser. Really? All the way down there? Oh. Oop. There's a wall there. Don't fly into wall. I guess it is reset day, so I shouldn't be surprised that there's a lot of traffic around here for this. Oof. Just jump right into the thing. Stupid. It's going to take forever to get there that way. Let's just go the fast route, shall we? Just quiet. Out of range. Sawed off. Out of range. Sawed off, butthead. Go away, boy, you bother me. Job done. Why am I in combat? I tried to leave. They wanted to pick a fight. I gotta go over there anyway. Yep, yep. Radio echo. Radiant echo.
I'm out of range.
Oof. Didn't hurt. Like, I thought I did that already. No worries. See, 6:30. I could play till 8:30. I could play for a couple hours. I mean, I'm caught up on all the playoff hockey games. So, no worries. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, there's always tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. Or whenever. Oops. Sorry. I mean, I meant to kill it. I just didn't mean to kill it that quick. Flippity chibbits going on there? Oof. Something procced. And it was not good for them. Okay. Rude. Feel like a little bitty worm on a big freaking hook. You know, speaking of the crow, I was flipping through Max the other day. Anyway, I was flipping through one of the services, whatever service has the current remake of The Crow. And apparently it has it listed under romantic comedy. Did I not get a memo? Oh man. Okay, you want your Discord or you want my Discord? I can go either way. I cool like that. Matter of fact. Okay. Which channel are you in? That's my first question. General voice. All right, general voice works. Hello? Hello? I hear you. I can't click on the shit that I want to click on. What the son of a... My mouse control is for shit. Okay, cycle things. Yeah, we don't need to look at the... We don't need to look at my burning motorcycle anymore. Or my half-missing t-shirt. Because it was on fire. You know, they don't have an option for, like, crappy DPS. They just damage. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, bastards. I wondered what was going on there. Okay, so... Okay. Again, no hurry. I'm just randomly wandering around. I gotta go to Undermine though, don't I? Mm-hmm. I do. And as a matter of fact, I know that I can get there from here. So I can go here, then I can go over to the thing, and then Bob's your uncle, and fun as your aunt. Woot woot. Hmm. Nice. Yeah. It's very true too. Alright, I got a mace. Got another mace. Thought I had a shield somewhere.
I can't use that.
Uh-oh.
Use that.
That's right. That's why I can't do that. It's like, what the hell you mean I can't disenchant it? Because you can't disenchant it. Duh. Oops. Shit. Hmm.
The cartels are always hiring temp workers to pick up odd jobs. See if you can lend a hand.
Time's a waste.
How you doing, pal? Time's a wasting. Watch your back.
Good stuff. And don't let them work you overtime.
Shh, you're gonna jinx it.
Best deals in town. Come back.
I have.
Red hot baby here. Come back.
Well, there's the... There is the... Shit. I don't know what his name is, but... Absolutely. Slam Central Station. Is that where I'm going? To the left? Or to the right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I see it. Never mind. I see it. I don't know why my brain totally just refused to see it. Just 'cause I'm scared. That's what it is. Subconsciously, I'm scared. Yeah, we do. We do. And I've done LFR, so it's not like it's completely foreign. Although, that first bit there where, I think it's this one, where they come in the race car and they wipe everybody out. Yeah, that sucked. I went to go loot something and died. I was like, hey. No. Oops.
I must get closer.
Wonder if anybody's gonna talk shit about me not casting Mindflay. Yeah, right? There you go. Everybody needs to, you know, to have a chance taken on them every so often, right? Get the freak out of there. Yeah, that one. That's just rude. Yeah. Well, there's a health. Oh, the feast and everything.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Away. They do the, yeah, they kind of just do the thing. And don't die. No! Because the spills. Yeah. Well, you know what happens when you get to 69. You blow a rod. Oh, I can hear your keyboard, but I don't think I don't think stream can hear you. So, and even if they did, that's okay. That's right. Keyboards are cool. Yeah, that's somebody's ass is puckering. Give me the cooldown. Pop it, pop it, pop it. That is one of the things I like about the yellow. Yeah, the yellow switches on the razors. Is that they're quieter. Of course, at work, we can hear everybody's keyboard. And they're not even mechanical keyboards. Transmog that. That's a champion. You. I hold very little faith that I'll actually win anything, but you know, I say that as I say that as I won something. Well, before I closed the window, I was in lead for one of the chess pieces, I think. Yep, there it is. Alright, fine. Just go in fast mode. Ooh, get the hell out of that. It's okay. Who cares? Who cares what the healer's like? Screw them stupid healers. If they were good at... I have a monk. That is not even close to 80, I don't think. Might be level 20. I still have 3 boosts. Well, I was going for the achievement of leveling the allied races, and you can't use the boost on. You have to get them to 50 without using a boost. Which now would be the event to do that. I think I'm shy on the Alliance side. I definitely. Alright. Odds go left, yes? It still messes with me. In my mind, even should go right. Oh, they are. Never mind. No. Other way. Even should go left, because even and left are both 4 letters. That's what it was. It's the same number of letters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm. That's a soak, right? On the right? Okay. I'm usually out in the middle of nowhere, so... Yeah, that's the ticket. We saw targets. Creepy. Is that what that is? To move. Right. Somebody just died in front of me. It's pretty. Yeah. Woot. Who the hell put a thing in the middle of the road? Dumbass. Hot, hot. As someone who has been on fire, it's not fun. Wait, you didn't hear about that? Last September when the motorcycle caught fire? So, well, there's pictures in the cycle stuff, in the Cycle Things channel. From, like, the shirt I was wearing that was on fire. I think the jacket's in there. So is a picture of the motorcycle in flames. But we were all out riding, and two motorcycles met, collided, and were sliding in front of me, and one hit a barrier on the highway just right to rupture the gas tank, and threw burning gas all across the road in front of me.
I need to target something first.
And so I'm like, well, yeah, no, not so much. And I'm like, well, we basically I was like, we're just gonna Days of Thunder it, because I don't want to stop and be in the middle of fire, because I've got burning gas from side to side on the road, and I don't want to brake too hard and have the motorcycle, because there's a liquid underneath there, so I don't want the motorcycle to follow me and then be pinned in fire. I don't want to stop in the fire. So I'm like, we're just going to Days of Thunder this shit and go through it. Well, I lost track of the motorcycle that had originally, that the gas tank had ruptured on, and I found it. So, well, I found it as I was riding through the fire. So I'm in the middle of all of the fire, find the motorcycle. I knew what I hit, so I just dropped my motorcycle and ran the hell out of it. And yeah, my the t-shirt that was hanging out from underneath the jacket caught fire, so that burned my back, and then I had heat burns on my leg. And if I hadn't been wearing the helmet, my head would have got burnt. My neck got burnt here, here, and here. But overall, wasn't so bad. Wasn't horrible. Well, it was not near as bad as it could have been. Mostly second-degree burns. Yeah. So yeah, in movies and stuff, when they run around in fire and shit, it's not near as cool in real life as they make it seem. I'm running through the fire and I'm like, it's hot, and I'm just doing everything I can to keep pushing air out so that I don't inhale the heat and burn my esophagus or anything, or my lungs. And I got out of the fire, dropped and rolled in the middle of the street, and I got up and I see grass over there, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go over there because I don't know that I got it all out, got the fire all out.
5,
and the guy whose
4,
bike that caught on fire comes
3,
up and he's like,
2,
"You're on fire!"
1.
And he's patting down my back as I'm walking across the road. By the time I get there, he'd put the fire out. So that's why I have the black motorcycle now. Because insurance totaled the white one. Well, yeah. By the time you start looking at just the plastic, the body work, the body plastics, you get to $6 grand pretty quick, which is more than what it was worth. Oh. I just aim this to where nobody's at, right? Like that? Mm-hmm. Move out. I was just making sure that I was clear enough. Since I was clear, I wasn't moving anywhere. But it's weird. I bought the same year motorcycle that I had. With less mileage. And it doesn't feel like the same motorcycle. I mean, obviously it's not, but it's like mechanically there's not really a whole lot different because it's the same year.
3, 2,
Oop. Run, Forrest, run. Get in the thing.
5,
There we go.
4, 3, 2,
No, you
1.
know.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah,
1.
that was me telling my stupid self to move.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oop. That rude. Don't drop that right at my feet like that, man. Yeah, it was not a good time. There's a quest in here? Yay, what is this? Right? Wait, where am I going? I'm dying. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm an idiot. And it's all cars and just... But hey, dying on trash is dumb, but it's not a boss. So. Right? And then you pick up the trash, the rolling ball, and run it into the boss. Mm-hmm.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stay the hell out of that. Oop, shit. As I set it on fire. Well, it was right there. I went to move and... So, I suck. I was trying to get out of the poison. Then it's like, shit, I'm on fire. I don't want to be on fire. Being on fire sucks. How's him swear? Looks good on both sides. Thank you, sir. The YouTube one actually looks way better. That's at 2K. No fire circles. No bad. Hmm? Get out of my face, dog. Go away. No, really. Go away. Get off me.
Four, three,
Oh no, I got a ball.
2, 1.
See, I hit the big ones and then I just bounce off of it. Yeah, I see it.
5, 4.
Look at me learning stuff. Ah, flipperty gibbet. Yay!
That's one
Creep,
less
creep.
goblin on Gallywix society.
Transmog.
My venture buddies will take over cleanup from here. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know, if writing was easy, it'd be called your mom. I've been waiting all week to say that. I do. Yes, I do. I have half as many as I started out with. Yes. 1 dog, 3 cats. Sadly, now it's just 2 cats. Yeah, the oldest cat went in like October, November, something like that. It was still fairly warm out. And then the dog passed away about 4 months later. Well, I had to put him down. He lost use of his back legs. Yeah. It's because, well, he just got that old, so. But yeah, he was alert and everything. He just couldn't use his back legs at all. Couldn't feel anything back there. Was losing control of his. No, it was still isolated to, like, he could use his front paws and his head and everything, but like he's laying there on the vet's table and he's peeing because he just can't control it and he couldn't feel it. So it's like that's. I thought about getting something to put his, you know, so I could just still get around. Yeah, but I have a lot of steps and it's like it's really not a, he can't do a whole lot that way anyway, so his quality of life would just have been crap. Plus changing the diapers, and you couldn't really. Mm-hmm. But it was still more about his quality of life than anything else. I mean, so yeah. Now it's just the 2 cats. The now oldest cat has difficulty jumping up on the couch, so I've got steps for him so he can run up, well, so he can walk up the stairs, or so he can walk up on the couch. What? I don't know. I can tell you it wasn't me. least I'm fairly certain it wasn't me, because I used the Warlock circle, or the Warlock transporter thing. Oop, there's poison over there. Don't stand at the poison, stupid. Get out of it.
To target something first.
Oh, and I'm reading. Oh. Oh, yeah. Right. Hey, there's still some parts of it left. I don't know what you're upset about. We only mostly broke it. And the queen was a little bit psycho, I'm just saying.
Don't have a target.
She kind of deserved it. Well, and Zalatath still isn't done. I need to go watch the end video for Gallywix, actually. I skipped it when I was in LFR. Imswer, how goes the candle things, bro? Good boy, is that a dog? Well, that's cats in general. So he has deemed you the good peasant. You are an acceptable peasant. Pretty much booked up for shows until November. Nice. 3 shows. Woohoo. Hey bro, you get out there, you make that money, right? Yeah, and I found a whole new way to multi-stream or cast from a second rig that doesn't chew up near as much bandwidth on my network. It's a bit laggy, but hey. Why are these guys dead? Oh, I am in combat. That's why. Okay. Why am I in combat? I don't want to be in combat. Oh, they're resing one at a time. Okay. But yeah, it gets 2K to YouTube though, even though nobody watches YouTube. The Pally can't, because he's still in combat, isn't he? There he is. He's casting something. Watching both. Well, thank you, sir. Get that monetization viewers up. Yeah, that's the ticket. You know, I went to, when I was messing with all of that, someone's still in combat. Oh, that's why. Somebody else is in combat, not them. By the time I get this spell off, they will have rezzed. So yeah, when I changed the way I cast from the gaming rig to the casting rig, and was like, okay, well, I'll multi-stream to YouTube, I'll do Twitch, and I was like, man, I'll do, like, you know, stream to Facebook or like Instagram. And they changed it so that you've got to have like so many views or some shit like that on Instagram. I was like, really? On freaking Instagram before I can get a freaking stream key? I was like, how about you have a nice tall glass and kiss my ass? Of course, TikTok won't even give you the stream key. They didn't at the time. They might have changed that in the last few months, but I was like, I can't stream live to Facebook anymore unless, like, I meet your stupid requirements. Why is that a thing now? It wasn't a thing. But whatever. Why do we have the wolf here? Who brought the wolfie? No bringing pets to raid. Unless they're vanity pets. Which rogue? Starso Mavra? I just have out of range. I don't have them as offline. I don't have them at all now. Poof, gone. Stupid rogues. Cast that vanish spell, didn't he?
5,
Oop,
4,
I need to pay attention to what I'm doing
3,
here.
2, 1.
Other than electrocuting the floor and the whole mass thing where there's like shit everywhere for a minute, this guy's not horrible. It just feels like a really long fight. Well. Yeah. Well, if you stand in shit and don't move and land on the wrong thing and get shot in the air like that. Well, at LFR, I made the mistake of stepping on one of the conveyor belts in the middle. No, it just dumped me off into the thing and damn near killed me. I was like, ooh. I was like, what the hell? I don't know what that is, but I don't want to stand in it. Or near it. This is the part that sucks. It's like, I really don't want to be moved. The magnets, yeah. So, drills. I gotta go, right? No, go away. Yeah. Oh, there's the hole. No, no, you're fine. It's not. No, it's all good. I was just way out of position because of the drills. I was going to the corner and trying to avoid the druid that was running around. And then I had to navigate all the drills, which is why I wasn't really prepared for it. But don't want to be there. I go this way. Ta-da! Ooh, another trinket. Greed. I don't know that I have a root. Yeah, I got a root. I got a silver one. Sweet. I shall go that way. I was wondering what, when I got it in LFR, I was like, huh, okay. We're doing the following the war tank. Or Mark's, huh? Got it. I was just waiting for the animation to do the thing.
Go on, place your bets. But I gotta say, your odds don't look so good. Something tells me this.
Although I did notice that apparently where my health bars and everything are works fairly well for like vertical streaming. I was like, cool, I don't have to move them. Not that I vertically stream anything, but taking clips on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Twitch with the where it does also the vertical one. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. See, it's like right there. It's all good. Speaking of which, I meant to post the clip of me getting the carpet the other day. Yeah, and there's like, well, damn, I have it. It's always nice when you're not expecting it. You get it on the first drop. That sword in Azeroth. Every time I see it, I'm like, Azeroth should be split. It should be busted. Keep that for later. You know, I keep like trying to... Oh, hello. Save like gear for the warband, like plate for the Death Knight. Or, you know, like for like cloth, plate, anything like that for the other classes. I'm like, yeah, I'll just dump it in the warband in the bank, and then I'll let the other tunes pick it up so I don't have to worry about it. But the problem is when you go through and play the other tunes, you just get basically the same gear anyway. So it's like, what was the point of me holding on to it? Because by the time I can either use it or remember that it's there, I found the equivalent or better. So I just got to the point, I'm basically to the point now where I'm like, I'm just gonna break it. Yeah. Stay the hell away from the coin. Don't stand in shit. I don't think so.
4, 3.
And I think there's some ads. I just stay away from the coin because it rolls out. Hey, I'm good with just punching stuff in the face. Oh, and don't stand in the flame things when they go around either. Yep. I'm sorry, did you see the new motorcycle? Go ahead. Magic. Mmm. I'll have to post a picture up there in Discord for you. I finally got the rest of the stickers in, so I should be putting those on this week. I got some matte. Oh yeah, it's just. No, you're good. I picked up some matte black Galactic Republic logo stickers, vinyl stickers that I'm putting on the motorcycle. Because it's black and the matte black, it doesn't necessarily stand out, so it's kind of like an Easter egg when you find it. You're like, oh hey. It's heroic that gets ahead of the curve, isn't it? Oh, the Gallywix fight, I'm sure, is probably just a huge pain in the ass. The ogres. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them in looking for raid. Let alone normal. Oops. Yeah, oh. And back to pets. I totally forgot to mention it, but so the now oldest cat is a Siamese. And he has one tooth.
I can't use that item yet.
And it's not even a canine tooth. He just has one tooth. He had some really bad teeth. Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's like, hey man, I just have a headache. No need for decapitation. Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately it doesn't, they don't really chew their food, so they don't really need the teeth if they're a house cat, because the canines are really just for holding the prey.
Target first.
Right? Yeah, these guys suck. But yeah, I came, well, he always had bad breath, but like, I was just like, okay, well, his breath's just foul. And then somewhere he lost one of his canines, and I didn't even know it for, I don't know how long. I was like, oh shit, okay. I came home one day, and he was all meowing and everything else. Well, one of his canine teeth, it got loose enough that it was sitting outside, so he couldn't close his mouth. I was like, oh, so yeah, that was an visit to the emergency vet, and the guy pulled it out, and then he sent the tooth home with me, and it had like barnacles and stuff down below the gum line. I was like, man, don't. I already feel bad enough about it. What the hell? Yay! No, I just need to keep looking for the two soaks, because there is the one where he isolates off into the fire elemental and the tank soak. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I just know that the elemental isolates out anybody that's in it, so I usually try and go in there to help DPS it down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and let's see, the emergency vet, but I already had a vet appointment, but I was like, he's not going to make it for like another 3 or 4 days before that goes there. So yeah, they went, put him on meds, took his tooth out, gave me some antibiotics and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. And then took him to the vet for his regular appointment, and then they went to clean his teeth, and then they're like, well, he's only got like 3 anyway, and one of the canines, and he's lost all the canines. Like a week after they cleaned his teeth, like I found one on the floor. I was like, dude. So yeah, he's got like one of his front teeth, and like that's it. But he's also next year I think he's going to be 20. Well, the oldest cat was 18. The dog was 15.
Five.
No, because they don't eat their Imsor, because they don't really chew their food. He eats the kibble, but I do give him soft food as well. I give him half a can because they don't eat the full can. And I don't want to waste it. I want to target the ad, thank you. Yeah, I was like the one right next to me. I can't do anything about the mines, right? I just went to where it was. Yeah, that's where let a tank move in between where I'm at. Great beep. It's actually not near as chaotic when I have an idea of like being on the other side of the room and shit. Because normally I'm just running around here doing my best to survive. And find a soak, and I usually forget the soaks. And then I'm like, shit. Of course, you've seen it. I run around like a chicken with my head cut off in LFR half the time. Yeah, it's LFR. I mean. As long as I cast Mind Flay, we're alright. We're good. Yeah, it sucks. I hate that thing. There's an ad in the back. You're welcome. Sure. Oh, I'm sure they do. Oh, yeah. I gotta go over here. Hey, you said I had to go there. Hey, I may not DPS for shit, but I can listen. You'd be like that kid from Indiana Jones. I step where you step. I touch nothing. Yeah. It always kind of cracks me up when people don't an LFR and they just charge straight into it. Of course, the bigger problem is when they charge straight into it and you lose the bridge. And people just run off. Whee! I was actually thinking, I've been kicking around a couple times having a watch party of some stuff on Prime. If that's still a thing. I haven't looked to see if it's still a thing, but having a like a Prime movie night. Of course, I watch Conclave, so mainly because of the shit. What is that series? The one with Kevin Bacon, where he's a bounty hunter for the devil. Yep, it's a new series. So far, it has like 1 season, and I think they've already dropped all the episodes. I mean, it's cheesy as hell. I made it through like the 2nd episode. I'm like, well, I can have a watch party with it because it's, you know, almost like Mystery Science Theater 3000, right? We could kind of do that. Just sit, talk shit about it. Odds left. I'm odd. And not just the group, but yeah, okay. I've survived the fight in LFR. Yeah. Stop standing and shit, stupid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. That. Yeah. Stay the hell away from that. Then we just group him back up, yeah? As much as we can. Mm-hmm. In LFR, I've been running out of that cone soak. I'm like, no, it's bad. What do I have on my head? Oh. We, finally beat Molten Core in Rumble. I have Ragnaros now. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there at all. Woo. It's not near as stressful as LFR, but well, the first time I did it was like, holy shit, what's going on here? But that's the first time you do just about any of the harder content. Harder. I really don't know that you can say LFR is harder. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Seen how many raids wipe in LFR because people are like, ah, we just go do the thing. Yeah. Right? I don't think so. Yay! Woot woot! Yeah, definitely doesn't feel near as what? Let's do it. I still maintain that what they need to do is introduce like dyes or whatever so that you can just change the coloring of the armor instead of making all of the things like you have to get the colorations. Well, you can still have it, and maybe you can't put a dye for that particular one, right? Well, you can't do it for that color. Because then you have the elitists that can, you know, stand, that have nothing better to do and stand around in town and be like, look, I have it. It's like, yeah, okay. I don't care. What am I doing? It's all weird. I don't want to wear it. Right. I was confused. I was confusing myself. My OBS was still catching the game screen, and it's behind the Windows sandbox window. So I was seeing the mouse up top, and I actually wanted to go down into the sandbox, so I kept trying to scroll up. Let's see. Dark Fuse. Racketeers. Try something or other. Click thing. The pirate hat with the skull. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's leather. Woohoo! Means I'm gonna have to take my demon hunter through there at some point. Well, I mean, the Shaman one's not horrible. Yeah, okay, so it's not part of that set. The headpiece that you got is not part of that then. Right. Be honest, most of the no, thank you for putting it all together and, you know, the carry. Yeah. Most of the most of the gear sets I'm just like eh. Okay, we're talking renown. It's renown. That's not bad. Hey, this was not horrible. Although this isn't a demon hunter, so I'd have to actually see what it looks like on a night elf, but well, definitely not that one. Well, not 100. I mean, the Liberation Undermined Priest one's not horrible, but I still like the one from Shadowlands, even though Shadowlands. And I still haven't found... I still haven't gone into that raid to get all of that stuff. This one. Yeah, that one's tight. I like that one. I don't know about the red, but that one's not so bad. Definitely not green. PvP gear. This is just dumb. Oh, that one. He says. Hey, I got coins and crests. I can go upgrade gear. Yay, check me out. That's... Whoa. Hey, the druid one's not so bad. Why do they... Huh? Maybe. I don't see... Other than... the various forms. I don't see why not. Yeah, thank you too. Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it and go catch part of a game, so. Since they should be far enough into it. All right. Yeah, and thank you again. And I'll be doing some training stuff. I just don't know when this week. Get those videos up so that, well, so I've also got a friend, you know, in town, like, that is also trying to kind of wanting to get into IT as well. It's like, okay, I really need to get off my ass and I need to do this stuff because so many people, like, he doesn't have his A+ yet, even though, you know, he knows the difference between a RAM stick and everything else, but it's like, okay, well, and that's like why so the guy that they hired for the position that we talked about has his A+, has his Network Plus, has some other thing. So it's like, well, yeah, but, and I actually have the Azure client. Like, I have some stuff up in Azure for like the Azure AD, which is no longer called Azure AD. And once I get rolling on it, especially once I get the network up and like have packet tracers showing how the packets traverse through the network and stuff like that, and where it actually changes the IP address going through like a firewall, that'll be a lot of fun for me, because and it's the bigger, well, of course, for what I do is kind of an everything anyway, so I'm not siloed as just like the Active Directory guy, but, you know, like, just troubleshooting, like, even as a desktop tech, it's like, you need to understand how DHCP works, right? That it's a broadcast thing, because I've had guys that have been in IT and they're just like, oh, well, like, it, you know, it does, well, what is it, they're like, they can't get an IP address, and they're like, oh, so, you know, would something completely, what was it they said? They just kind of, they're like grasping at straws, and they're like, oh, well, would DNS have a, you know, like would DNS block DHCP? It's like, no, because DHCP is a broadcast when it's doing the request. DNS is not looking anything up, you know. Yeah. So it's like it's just a broadcast. It floods out the packets, and if you see that in action, then you know, like, you understand the VLANs a little bit better, because it's like so many people don't understand how VLANs actually work, or IP subnets. So they're just like, oh, well, we could just put it over here. It's like, okay, you do realize that I have to like touch 20 switches to make that work the way that you think it does. What? So, you know, I had like last week I spent like 10 hours working on a client's thing because they have some guest network, some guest Wi-Fi network, and they're like, and it was only in like 2 buildings, and they have like 10. And they're like, oh, let's just go ahead and push that out to the other buildings. It's like, okay. And because I don't deal with a lot of their stuff day to day, so I had to walk through all 50 switches on their network to make sure that the VLAN was propagated through all the trunk ports the way it was supposed to, so that it could actually reach the access points, so that I could broadcast the SSID and they would get a DHCP address. So it's, you know, I'm over here drawing drawing like the map. I'm in the switch. I'm like, okay, what are my trunk ports? Okay. And like, I didn't know the VLAN number, so I had to go in and find that. Yeah, it's like, it would have taken somebody else maybe not as long, like the person who usually works on their network, but it still would have been a thing because they still would have had to go and touch all those switches to make sure that the VLAN went through all of them. So, and yeah, and like I said last time, like things like being able to redirect traffic, like if you have 2 network cards and you need to redirect it out of one, how to do that, how to tell Windows how to do it, and still not break your internet connection. This is a good thing. So once I get to the, well, especially like, cause I'm in the office, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, open up the remote support tool. So that's my only lifeline into the network necessarily to actually try and troubleshoot like a device. Like in this case, the Wi-Fi thing, right? So I had them go to a building because they were like, it doesn't work. I was like, okay, take the laptop, plug it into the network so that it has a wired connection and a connection to the internet, and then start up the remote tool so that I can get into the box, and then I can try and join the Wi-Fi network so I can see where the traffic's going and what's going on. Because otherwise I have to send you an email and say, okay, what isn't, or, and you get like 50 emails back and forth when it's just easier to do the thing. But if I break my connection to that box, then somebody still has to go touch it to make sure that I can still get back into it. But I still need to be able to direct traffic through to make sure that I see traffic going across the Wi-Fi link. And it's an easy enough thing, but again, most people don't, you know, you're not going to know that until you know it, right? So I think it'll be a lot of fun once I actually get into all of that stuff and get past my initial hang up, which is like, you know, what's a hypervisor? Which hypervisor do you use? And because I want to go in depth a little bit on, especially on VirtualBox, because I've seen some people get tripped up on VirtualBox. But, you know, explaining what all the different options are, especially because, like I said, I deal with so many people that just, you know, you start talking VMs. I've had guys that have been in business for 20 years, and we convert them over to virtual machines, and then they're like, I don't know how to manage this. I'm not doing it. So they'll just call us up for everything, which is fine. But it's just funny because they're like, I don't know how to manage this. I don't know what's going on with it anymore. It's like, dude, it's the same thing. It really is. So yeah, I just need to sit down and do it. And I've been threatening to do it for like years. But if it helps you and helps the other guy, and it definitely helped the nephew out some, then yeah. No. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right. Yeah, and my biggest, there's multiple issues I have with a lot of the YouTube videos on how to do stuff, especially when it comes to Microsoft Server. Is first off, a lot of them will regurgitate a TechNet article, or what used to be a TechNet article. Now it's like just learn.microsoft.com. And I was like, okay, I read the article. If the article had told me what I wanted to do, I wouldn't be looking for the video. Well, so case... Right, and case in point is with Microsoft's distributed file system. The TechNet article for Microsoft, they never mention like what do you do with the DFS roots folder. They just tell you to create one on the C drive. And that's like it. That's like all the farther they ever actually get into it. And what they fail to mention there is if you set it up that way and then you go and delete the namespace later, you will delete that folder. So any data you have in that folder gets deleted. And it's supposed to be like a network share, right? So if I go in there and I delete a namespace for like the finance department, but I still want the data there because I don't know what I need to move over necessarily, then I've just wiped it all out. And it's like nobody talks about it. Nobody shows you how to set that up so that doesn't happen. That I have found. Microsoft didn't do it. I haven't found a YouTube video yet that talks about it. They're just like, oh yeah, you go in here and you leave it. And the other problem is the DFS roots folder sitting on C. What happens if the Windows installation blows up? I have to reinstall it, which means I have to wipe that DFS roots folder out. It's not well, for what it does, they actually kind of, I think they talk about, so there's a couple of things with DFS. One thing is the namespace, and then there's folders, and there's actually a shortcut. So what a folder does when you put it underneath the namespace is it puts a shortcut in the DFS root folder to the actual share. Yeah, but most people just put the namespace and don't really worry about the shared folders necessarily, because they're not thinking that, so they'll create like a subfolder underneath it, and that's not the same as setting up a shared folder in DFS. And it's a big difference, but it's one that most people don't necessarily understand. And the DFS setups that I've seen aren't configured that way. It's like, that's just terrifying. Yeah. Well, it's a share, so it's you know, it's just a folder, and the more stuff you put in it, you're just going to eventually run out of like disk space, because DFS does not, it's not a storage pool, right? So you can't necessarily just add another disk to it per se. It's what distributed file system is supposed to do, is designed to do, is let you put a share that is not tied to a server in the actual path that you use. So typically, if I share a folder on Microsoft server, and I want to access that share, I have to go server name / share name. With DFS, I can use the domain name, then the namespace name, and take the server name completely out of it. So as I migrate servers from, say, 2016 to 2019 or 2019 to 2022, I do not have to go in and touch my group policies to update that path and potentially break stuff and deal with all the phone calls as I go to migrate it. My migration path becomes so much easier with distributed file system. And it's one of the things in the course when I'm going through all the server stuff that I'm going to be pinging on, because I'm going to set up the idea is set up a 2012 Active Directory domain with a file server, and then set up, you know, things like shares and stuff like that, and then migrate all of that to 2019 so that they can see the migration path, but then go to 2 domain controllers, 2 file servers with DFS, and then also move and then eventually move one of the file or the domain controllers to Azure AD. So that you'll have the hybrid. You'll have basically domain controllers on-prem, and then you also have them in the cloud, and how that actually works. So it's good shit. It's really nerdy shit, but it's good shit. So, but I need to come up with some short videos too. So I think one of them is going to be the hypervisor one, because that's really the hypervisor discussion is a short discussion. It's really nothing more than a piece of software that runs on the hardware that manages the sharing of the physical resources amongst the VMs. Which makes no sense if you hear it that way, but if it's illustrated, it makes perfect sense. Well, it's the man in the middle, right? So if you have 4 VMs and all VMs have a network card, then the hypervisor manages the traffic from the virtual network cards so that they flow through the physical network card and don't trip each other up. So, I mean, it's really just that straightforward. It's not as nearly as complicated as people seem to make out virtualization to be, so. Which is one of the things I've been saying for years. It's like, my job's really not that hard. But yeah, well, yeah. Very true, very true. All right, you go. Okay. Again, thank you as well. And we shall talk to you later, sir. Bye. M-Swear, nice to see you, bro. And thanks for the lurks, the stuffs. And we'll see you later too, sir. You guys have a fantabulous evening. And we'll see you next time.